I recently did a video on how there's no such thing as a block. And I got lots of questions about, well, I feel like this is stopping me. Like, what do I do if I feel like there's something that's in the way or I'm allowing something to stop me from receiving what I want? So, totally get that because, of course, we've been conditioned to believe that anything that's happening that's different from what we desired it to be or whatever is wrong. For example, when I manifested my first $60,000 month, the first thoughts that I thought right after were, what if this doesn't happen again? What if it all crumbles and falls and the whole audience disappears? All of those negative what ifs. And I let myself focus on those and started to spiral down, spiral down, spiral down. When I ended up coming back to the reality that everything was working in my favor and started to create momentum in that direction, everything right-sized itself. So then I have another big month, and then I start doing the same thing again, but I caught myself a lot earlier. Now, I could say, oh, I have a subconscious block that, every time something goes up, it's going to come down. Subconsciously, I self sabotage myself. I could have all of those beliefs and sit there and focus on those beliefs, do all the work and all the things. Or I could proactively clear, which is something that I do with the aligned soul alchemy method. And I could consciously say, you know what, in whatever places that this exists, in whatever places that I believe that this must happen or go bottom to the top or whatever, I desire to allow God, universe, source to help me to clear this, right? God within me and all around me. Let's clear it. Let's move it. Let's release it. I'm choosing to release it. Because you have to remember when you ask, it is answered. And although people are saying, oh, you've got to wait 7 years to decondition and you've got to do this for X amount of time and it takes forever to release, it doesn't have to because it's only about your belief on how long it takes to clear, how long it takes for you to release things, how long it takes for you to establish new beliefs. If you decide, if you ask and it is done, right, and that happens for whenever you're manifesting, then you've got to believe when I ask for to clear things, to remove things from my awareness that could be, stopping me from moving forward and truly believing in what is possible. When you ask, it is answered. I believe one thing, I get to believe that and apply that belief to a lot of things, including shifting beliefs. And so this is how I help myself and my clients shift these internally very deep beliefs by believing that when they ask, it is answered. And so when they ask themselves, God within them and all around them, for support in releasing these beliefs, not needing to understand why, not needing to understand all of the idiosyncrasies and everything underneath it and behind it, then guess what? They can release it. What I want you to do is to believe that when I ask, it's answered. And that doesn't matter if it's a current belief. It doesn't matter if it's a belief that's been there for 45 years. It does not matter. When I ask, it is answered. And I'm asking to, now that I know that this belief and I'm aware of it, now that I'm acknowledging, now that I'm deciding that, you know what, it doesn't make me a wrong person. It's just something that I choose not to move forward with now. I ask that it gets released. I ask that I release it from my body, my tissues, my cells, from my unconscious and from my conscious. I ask that goes away. I ask that it diminishes. I ask that it releases, and then boom, I get to move forward and align with where I want to go. And so that's what you can do with some things that you think could be blocking you or you think could be in the way.